This time tomorrow, Donald Trump will be arriving at Windsor Castle for the second of his state visits to the United Kingdom. That's pretty extraordinary. Normally it's only one per presidency. It's going to be a big occasion. He's very fond of the United Kingdom. He loves the pomp and circumstance, but also it's an opportunity, I suppose, for the Prime Minister here. But this really is about head of state to head of state, which means it's about kings and presidents. What do you think of what's happening in the next 24 hours in your country with the Donald?
Well, I was in the Oval Office 2 weeks ago, and I've got to tell you that the President was very, very excited. Excited because it's unprecedented. Never before has a second state visit happened with an American president. Excited to see the King because he has a great reverence for the British royal family. And I think really excited to go to Windsor, which, you know, has just the most amazing history going back all those centuries. So, yeah, he's excited about it. He and Keir Starmer have been getting on reasonably well, although as the president lands, he'll be aware that the Prime Minister is very much on the ropes, having had to sack the British ambassador in Washington just a few days ago. So, but he's not all going to be straightforward, believe you me.
How aware, if you don't mind me asking, how aware is the President in that Oval Office conversation, or as much as you can reflect on it, about this huge revolution that you are leading in the United Kingdom? Is he aware of everything from the flag being put up on as many light poles as possible to obviously those marches of recent days and your surge in the polls? Does he just say, Nigel, I've seen the numbers, or does he see what's happening across the country?
It always amazes me just how much the Americans know, the American administration knows about what's happening on our side of the pond. They are fully aware. They know there is a political revolution going on. They don't speak out in public. They don't publicly support any side because, you know, he has to get on with the Prime Minister of the day. But how can I put it? There are those in the Republican administration who are very excited by what's happening in the United Kingdom. I think that's about as diplomatically well as I possibly could have put it.
Yes, correct. All right. Now, also, there was a huge defection from somebody from the shadow cabinet in the Tories over to you. Danny Kruger is his name. This bloke's out and about saying Conservatives are over. This is what people need to understand around the world that will see this online and people watching us in Australia right now, is you are getting people from the front line of the Conservative team saying, bugger this, I know where the future is, and it's with you and reform.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, there's no way our Conservative Party can win the next general election. Literally zero chance. They won't be forgiven for betrayal after betrayal. Reform is the only party that can beat Labour next time round. We're surging in the polls. And, you know, despite the fact the Tories have had a good run for 200 years, this is now the new energy. Reform is now the new party of the individual, of liberty, of small business. And frankly, I think the Conservatives will effectively be consigned to history. It's a huge statement, but hey, it was made by Danny Kruger himself yesterday. And the other thing that's amazing is that at the same time the Tories are collapsing, the Labour government is plummeting in the polls as well. Big change is coming to the old country.
Yeah, I mean, it is so many different factors and there are so many different straws that are breaking the camel's back, right? The establishment and the machine and all the rest of it. And I can't help but think that, you know, every now and then when the news gets to places like ours about some, you know, bloke who's tweeting something, is a British citizen who's in the United States, tweets something, but then gets arrested at the airport for what they've tweeted because it's hate speech. Like, there's a whole series of things that I think, and obviously a lot of distance between now and an election to talk about it, but do you think that the expectation as part of the revolution right now is that if you had the reins of government, these sorts of laws disappear? That there's a whole, have you got a hit list of stuff that isn't just about immigration, but that is about this stuff about criminalising what was popular thought 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's outrageous, it's appalling, it's been enshrined in law. It gives the relevant minister the most incredible power over what we are allowed and not allowed to see, what punishments can be given out. And it's amazing. We're living in two-tier Britain with two-tier policing, two-tier justice under two-tier care. And we will abolish the legislation, get rid of the whole blooming lot, and go back to what it was. You can say what the hell you like, even if it causes offence, provided it does not incite violence. And here's where it all goes wrong. After the horrific murder of my friend Charlie Kirk last week, things were said about me on TikTok on Friday, literally, why don't we kill him as well? And yet the police have chosen not to prosecute.
What?
If I made a joke about the trans community, if I made a joke about the trans community, I'd probably have been banged up. The whole thing, it is all become political, it's all become two-tier, it's all wrong, and the country increasingly knows it. And that's why the flags are going up on every motorway bridge, on lampposts. It's why people are painting St George's crosses on roundabouts all over the country. We are sticking a collective two fingers up to the establishment. We're saying we've had enough of being talked down to. Had enough of you calling us far right. Had enough of you telling us to be ashamed of our history. Something very big is going on.
Have you had to beef up security since what happened to Charlie Kirk? Because you are very visible, right? And, you know, God forbid anyone even thought about it. But what do you do? Because it's part of the Westminster democracies, the traditions is that you are meant to be hand to hand. People are meant to be able to tell you off or give you a hug. All right, it is a retail politics. But have you had to beef up?
So what I do, Paul, I tend not to pre-announce where I'm going. Right. If I say I'm going to appear at the shopping centre at 10 o'clock, then that gives people who wish you ill time to prepare. If I just rock up at a shopping centre at 10 o'clock, then I can have very frank and often very humorous conversations with people. So, yeah, my modus operandi, it has had to change. I make no bones about it. I still get out and meet people, but I have to just deal with it in a very different way. There is, and you know this as well as anybody, we on the centre-right of politics think those on the hard left are a bit batty. Many on the hard left think we're evil. And that is the basic problem that we've got. Yeah.
Great point. Thank you, Nigel. We love you, mate. Looking forward to seeing that shirt. I'm sorry to shirt front you about it on TV, but I'm just excited seeing it, and I thought, why not take a chance? Thank you, mate. Nigel Farage.